Hey everybody, how's it going? Nasal Cactus here with another unboxing video of Star Wars Unlimited Shadows of the Galaxy. I'm just going to dive right into this box today. Still got a few legendaries that I'm searching for, but honestly, who isn't? Picked this box up today. Actually, went up to a local card shop just outside of Oklahoma City. Place that I really enjoy going. Pack Smashers. Really like the group of people they got working up there. I'm just gonna go right off the top. I'm gonna put the box over here. Lando Calrissian pack number 1. Still no showcase coming out of this set for me. Unfortunate, but that just means that there is room to improve. Warzone Lieutenant, Wookiee, Night Owl Skirmisher, Pike Sentinel, Pirate Battle Tank, Clan Challengers. The pile's out of control already. Pirate Skik, Bounty Guild Initiate, and Wanted. I believe that is the last of the commons. It is. Bounty Posting, Spark of Hope, Fen Rao is our last uncommon. First rare, Miggs Mayfeld, Bill Burr himself, and our foil is a common Gamorrean Retainer. Put that way off to the side. Trying to maintain some space up here today. Hopefully keep some room for something good. Rey is our common leader. Jaws Palace. Ooh, I saw something shiny back there. Ruthless Assassin. Moment of Glory. Vambrace Grapple Shot. Detention Block Rescue. Vigilant Pursuit Craft. Take Captive. Slaver's Freighter. Wookiee Warrior. One more. Common Relentless Pursuit. Guild Target. Uncommon Millennium Falcon. Uncommon. An Enforced Loyalty uncommon, and then we have a legendary. All right, here we go. Second pack, getting a legendary Kylo Ren. Very nice. Getting the regular border version to accompany the hyperspace version of this card that we got, and a hyperspace foil rare in this pack. Okay, the Marauder. I am not mad about either of those. I will sleeve those up now because I'm slightly paranoid of both a legendary and a hyperspace rare. Something bad happening to them. Got sleeves right here. Marauder up and sleeved. Kylo Ren up and sleeved. All right. Not a bad start. I don't want to be greedy or ungrateful. A legendary is always a welcome sight. Jabba the Hutt. Maz Kanata's Castle. It feels like it's been a minute. I mean, the only... oh my gosh, I'm completely blanking on the word. The only leader that I've gotten their hyperspace rare. Oh my god, I'm completely blanking on showcase. That's the word I was trying to think of. Sorry if I was angling those a little bit weird there for a second. Trying to not put a glare on it. The only showcase I've gotten I pulled off camera, so we need to change that. We got a rare coming up. It is Omega. I don't believe that I had Omega yet. And then a common foil, Price on Your Head. That over there with the Gamorrean from earlier. Yeah, so it would be nice to pull a showcase on camera, but you know, again, I don't want to be greedy. I'll take a legendary. I feel like the legendary was a little bit harder to pull in recent packs / boxes, so not going to complain too much about that. I was talking with the guys up at Pack Smashers today when I bought this card. Oh, we got a hyperspace here. Fugitive Wookiee, first hyperspace common. about getting in on some games. They said that they get a pretty good showing for their draft nights, so I'm going to have to go up there and check that out. Haven't really found a good spot to go and play since I moved, but it'll be fun. Okay, we got a Hot Shot DL-44 blaster, classic weapon, one that I did not have before, and an uncommon foil, the Concord Dawn Interceptors. But yeah, hopefully get up there sometime soon to play some draft games and get used to playing a little bit. It'll be a good time. Han Solo, hey, pull the blaster. Oops, I'm way off camera. Pulled his blaster in the last pack, and there he is. Public Enemy, Reputable Hunter. I don't like to go super fast when opening these. I think I said that during the Spark of Rebellion openings. Like, I like to savor it a little bit, but I mean, these are mostly cards that I've seen at this point. So really the stuff that I want is back here. Rare, green rare, the Marauder. Okay. I have a regular version of that and a foil common to go right over there. So yeah, not taking too much time on the commons or uncommons anymore. And this might be the last box of... Oh, hey, Dr. Aphra. I did not have Dr. Aphra when I was putting my binder together, and I was a little bummed about that. I'm going to set this like right here so that I remember to add her to the binder. But yeah, since I've been through most of these at this point, I think, you know, a lot of the stuff I'm missing is legendaries and rares, like Dr. Aphra. Ooh, another hyperspace common. Can go right here with our fugitive Wookiee. So I think after this, I'm going to kind of settle down with boxes till, what is it? Twilight of the Republic, I think is what it's called. And probably start buying singles. So, all right, we got a rare unrefusable offer bounty condition. Oh, unrefusable offer. Set it right there. And then a foil uncommon remnant reserves. So, yeah, you know, everybody talks about how you should buy singles, and I think here before too long, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because as much as I like this experience, it is not super responsible to just buy a box upon box of cards and hope. It's a lot more fun, I will say. I do enjoy it a little bit more than just going on TCG Player and ordering the cards. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to just completing the collection, I think I've reached a point with the bulk especially where, like, I need to calm down. I was going through and organizing between the two sets of this game that are out already and then Pokemon cards. The bulk is getting a little out of control. So, all right, rare Fringe Clone Tech. Okay. I don't know how many of the Bad Batch I had, so I'm interested to see. Is that a Hawk 290 freighter? We're just going to call it a Hawk 290. So yeah, we will continue to build up the Bad Batch as I continue to gain a mountain of bulk. I'm not a big seller, so the only cards I've sold are actually cards that I pulled. Oh, there was something shiny back there. On cam a while ago, I sold a couple of the extra Poe Damerons that I had to help complete my Scarlet and Violet base set, master set. I had a few cards that were still not in that collection, and I decided to, you know, reinvest those Poe Damerons into my local shop. So they were very nice. They helped me out a lot. I saw what that was already at the back, but it's not going to bum me out because we have pre-Vizsla as our rare, and then a hyperspace common, Collections Star Hopper. And put that right off over next to Dr. Aphra. Alrighty, I'm just going to keep going. I feel like I usually break these into like 4 packs or 6 packs or whatever. Let's just keep going. Let's just do the whole box. Hey, hyperspace leader. Did I put the hyperspace base someplace separate? I did. I'm going to put him over there. One tough thing about these openings is like trying to keep everything organized. I get random bursts of motivation, and I will go through and organize by the unit color and get everything separated out in that way so that when it goes into boxes, it at least has some organization to it. I see, well, there's a hyperspace, a new adventure. So our first uncommon hyperspace, which is pretty cool. Move a couple things around. And then we have a rare Dr. Pershing, seen him a few times before. And then a hyperspace foil uncommon, the client. He would like to see the baby. Very nice. Nice and shiny. He can go over there. But yeah, this has gotten to that point where I want to see a hyperspace right at the front. Since I've seen hyperspace Dr. Aphra to go along with the Dr. Aphra pulled just a little bit ago, and a hyperspace base is pretty cool. Yeah, this pile specifically right here is usually the one that ends up being a bit of the bane of my existence, because I will take forever having to separate those out and make sure the colors are all correct. It's very OCD of me in a way, because, you know, like the bulk is just sitting in my office, but I like to, it gives my ADHD brain something to do. We got a rare coming up, triple dark raid. And what do we have in the back? A foil common Trandoshan Hunters. I don't know how long it would take to open this whole box. I guess we're going to find out. I don't even really know how far into it I am. Fennec. Shan. I don't know what other leaders I might be missing at this point. I should probably have the card list up in front of me in some place. Ooh, hyperspace common coming up. Trandoshan Hunters. All right. Just so I can kind of keep track of what I recognize and what I don't. Dr. Aphra, I don't know how I managed to log that away in my brain, but I can't do algebra anymore. So, oh, well, that spoils the surprise back in the back. But, alrighty, what is our rare coming up? Ooh, a legendary. What is our legendary coming up? Evacuate. Very nice. And then we have a hyperspace foil common Pike Sentinel. Right there. Let me sleeve up the legendary. Gotta protect the legendaries. I have not really paid a whole lot of attention. Is that the normal? That looks like it's the normal weight at the top of one of these cards. So not too top or bottom heavy. Which one is it? If there's more space at the bottom, is it bottom heavy or is it top heavy if it goes more toward the top? I'm not entirely sure. Somebody will let me know. Or I'll see it in a video in a couple of days and go from there. I actually have a Peter Dorr video paused on my other monitor over here of him opening a Japanese Pokemon mystery box from Japan. My algorithm is ruined because of this, because now I get TikToks of people spending outrageous amounts of money to open vintage Pokemon packs. And while I'm impressed, I don't want to go into any more debt than I already am. Val, I don't think I had Val yet. And I remember because when I was looking at the card list, her face almost looks like a Scott Pilgrim character to me for whatever reason. Val, and then Clone Deserter as our foil common. Getting a few cards I did not have already, so I'm definitely happy about that. Just need that cherry on top with the showcase. Dang it. I was hoping it would be like YouTube luck. I don't know if that's even a thing. I mean, God, if anything, the guys I see on TikTok, oh, hey, Hyperspace Common, that spend like $200 on a, black and white era Pokemon pack. I don't know if there is such a thing as TikTok luck with the way some of those packs go. They're a little painful to watch sometimes. Our rare coming up, our Quentin's Assault Carrier. All right, and then a foil common Rokai Gunship. All right. Some of those packs, I don't even remember what some of them are. Like Dragon, the Dragon, there might be the new one is like Dragon related, Dragon Paradiso or something like that. I think I see something shiny at the back, which is very nice. But yeah, for some reason, Evolving Skies is popping off right now. I did not know that. I guess just recently, the price of those packs has gone way up, and so people are fishing around. Ooh, we got a Hyperspace Uncommon right here. Privateer Crew. I don't know. I did. It's over off to the side. And then a Legendary. Is this the Darksaber? Hell yes. Darksaber, Legendary, and then a Hyperspace Common. It's alright. Hyperspace Common, Ruthless Assassin. But yes, we'll take the Darksaber. A new addition to the collection. Happy to see it. There we go. Put it right next to Kylo Ren. Sorry, I'm going to cover up a couple of things down here. And I said next to Kylo Ren. That's not next to Kylo Ren, but yeah, talking about Pokemon cards. Evolving Skies, like, I don't even know. People are fishing for it. I feel like it's like $20 a pack. Probably more than that, to be honest. But yeah, I remember buying the ETBs of that when they came out, and I mean that was still pandemic, supply chain issues, and you were lucky if you went to Target and found any ETBs on the shelf. I sound like I'm such an old man. Like back in my day, I'd walk uphill in the snow both ways to get to Target so I could buy my Pokemon cards, but it's kind of true. To switch it back to Star Wars, ooh, what do we got here? Stolen Land Speeder rare, and then an uncommon foil can go right over there with the others. I watched a little bit of the some of the videos that Fantasy Flight Games has done to prepare us for Twilight of the Republic. It looks pretty good. I like the art on the cards. I will say I'm probably a little more into that like theme than I am this one. Personal preference. Just style and not style, but like it's just an era of the franchise that I find a little more fun and intriguing. So I'm really looking forward to that. There's some cool cards from the Clone Wars era, and saw some Battle Droid cards and things like that. So should be pretty fun to get my hands on that when it becomes available. We got a rare coming up, Dr. Evazan. I don't think I had him either, so another nice addition. And then a foil common. We'll put him up here. I'm kind of keeping the rares in with the rares, even though I don't have them, but except for Dr. Aphra. Alrighty. Cadbane. I don't know what that was at the back. I didn't see if it was shiny or not. It's not. Oh, maybe it is. I caught like a little bit of a glimpse, but it may have been at like just the wrong angle for my eyes to see that it was in fact a foil at the very back there. Resourceful Pursuers, Chain Code Collectors, our last common, Remnant Reserves, Fell the Dragon, and Commission Uncommon Hyperspace, followed by a rare, Kira. Love this card. Love that movie. And, oh, it's... I've been watching too many Pokemon videos. Of course the one in the back is shiny. It's always shiny. I think what I meant to say is I thought it was a hyperspace foil at the back. I just severely brain farted right on the camera. Into the camera. There's no way of saying which direction or how that happened to salvage what I just said, but oh boy. Yeah, thinking like, oh man, something shiny, the alt art or reputable hunter, hyperspace common, the alt art or the full art or whatever from Pokemon cards, not necessarily applicable in Star Wars Unlimited. Except in very rare instances. We got a rare coming up. Heroic Resolve. Pretty sure it didn't have that one. And a foil common Detention Block Rescue. Only got a few more packs to go. I'm just hustling through this one today. I saw something hyperspace. Fennec. Oop. Fennec doesn't go there with the hyperspace. I'll put her over there. I think I'm the only person that cares about this organization right now. But it makes me feel better. God, there's so many cards. I remember talking about it a long, long time ago, just like how many cards come in a box. I mean, this game is the first game I've ever bought booster boxes for, so it's just not something I'm used to having on this scale. I'm used to like piecemealing together my entire collection, so... Alright, rare Inspiring Mentor. Also, don't think I had that. I just put Toro on the rares. And then a foil uncommon Freetown backup. I'm glad to see some of these rares coming through. It's nice to see the cards that I really need in the packs. I may not have had Hunter. Did I have Hunter? I probably do have Hunter. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll find out. Mercenary Company, Daring Raid, Moment of Glory, No Bargain. Skipped a card. Liberated Slaves, Rich Reward, Last Common, IG-11 Uncommon, Zuckus, whatever that is. I still don't know how to say that word. Oh, I've double revealed. Okay, so we have two rares coming up. We have a rare Imprisoned, and then a foil rare. Ooh, I don't know what this can be. Is this Woody Harrelson's character? Yes, Tobias Beckett. Very nice. A very nice addition. I think I have him. What I did with Spark of Rebellion was I had a separate binder for foils and hyperspace, so he can go in there. Thought it was a nice way to showcase the cards, you know, in my own way while they sit on a shelf. If you have any suggestions on what to do with the bulk, let me know, because I do not know. Do I have Sonara-san? I don't know. I need to look that up. I need to see if she's in my binder. Alrighty, and then rare coming up. Something with Palpatine. Palpatine's Return. And then our last card in this pack is a foil common. 3 more to go. We got Boba Fett first. We got 2 Boba Fetts and 1 Lando. I don't know who's going to help me out here, but I hope it's one of them. And it wasn't Boba. So I'm hoping Lando has something good up his sleeve. Get it? Get it? It's a reference. It's a reference to other things that we've seen him do in other movies. Relentless Pursuit, Mandalorian Warrior, Fugitive Wookiee, Last Common, Clan Saxon Gauntlet, Headhunting, ooh, Hyperspace Rare, Dr. Evezin. So we got another rare coming up. What is this? Friendly unit. I don't know. Lam Pike. Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm going to put him there. I'm going to put Lam over here. And then a common foil. Okay, so, I mean, I was mad at Boba at the beginning. He did all right toward the end. We'll go with Boba again. Save Lando for last. Donald's better preference, personally. So, Rey Hyperspace. Hey, not mad at that either. Jabba's Palace. I'm having trouble getting some of these cards apart today. I feel like it's been a struggle to get them to come apart one at a time. And I don't know if that's me or if it's the cards. I know there are probably people that are like, why in the world are you reaching above what you're pulling to stack them? I don't know why, but that's how we've chosen to do it today. Ooh. Give into your anger. Maybe one that I didn't have. I don't know. Uncommon foil, IG-11. All right, last pack magic with Lando Calrissian. I want to make sure, I've had a couple today that I've seen the leader pop up. So I'm going to kind of open this and look away at the same time just to make sure I don't see too early. Showcase? No. Wah, wah. Well, maybe there's something. There's still hope for a legendary. There's still hope for a hyperspace rare. I see a hyperspace coming up. I think it's a common. Yep, it's common. Smuggler's Aid. I feel like there's been a decent amount of hyperspace in this box. I feel like a box or two ago I opened, it was rough on the hyperspace, both on like leaders, bases, and just cards in the packs. So, alrighty, Rose, what are you hiding? A legendary. Thank you very much, Rose. I appreciate that. Shielded. Oh, Dryden Voss. All right. And then what does Dryden have? A foil rare. Oh my goodness. Lando, you paid off. Wrecker. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I think in general, like when you look at the pulls from this box, I know the light is like right on them, but it's actually not bad. Like this is a pretty solid box. Getting Kylo Ren right out of it. I am curious. I'm just going to do a quick count right here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 legendaries. I think that's a little below odds. That's fine. Got some pretty good rares out of it, though. I mean, seriously, like that's a nice grouping of rares to get out of a box. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was it, right? Yeah. So yeah, not bad overall. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this video. I think it's probably be the last box of Shadows of the Galaxy I do. So be sure to check back when Twilight of the Republic comes out. We'll be opening some boxes for that. In the meantime, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun YouTube stuff. I hope that you are enjoying watching these videos. I enjoy making them. And hope to see you next time. Bye.